Hello everyone, I'm back for chapter 7 of Twice Upon a Time. May said, and glanced first at the middle-aged man, then at his clothes, and then at Jack and Philip. I'm not the only one seeing this, right? May's just about summed it up, but their only options were creepy adult or death by monster. Jack paused, weighing both choices, and then sighed. Death by monster would be quicker, but he wouldn't be able to live with himself. Literally. May we come in? Jack asked the man, who was bobbing his head in boredom. Why, of course, the man said, giving him an odd look. Everyone's welcome in the land of never. May stopped. Please tell me that's not what I think it is. 'Cause I am not flying to the first, second, or third star on the right. I don't care who's behind us. Stars, the man said with confusion. No, I said it's the land of never. Here you never grow up, you never get old, never hungry, never bored, never wear age-appropriate clothing, Jack muttered. It's like a dream, the man finished. They glanced at the man, then one another, and then all three sighed. Crazy man it was. Philip pushed May in through the stone doorway, then followed Jack a second later, and the man pulled the stone door shut just as the goblin voices began shouting excitedly on the other side. They had gotten in just in time, it sounded like. Jack turned to thank their savior and then lost his train of thought when he saw where they were. Oh my, Philip said, as speechless as the prince ever seemed to get. We could just give up and stay here, you know, May said, her voice quiet. Jack just nodded, not sure how serious she was and not really wanting to find out, because if she were serious, he had a sinking feeling he would be perfectly willing to stay here for the rest of his life. Nice, huh? The fat man said, smiling almost shyly. Nice didn't quite sum up the river of chocolate that several enormously fat middle-aged men and women were drinking from. Nice didn't do justice to the rainbow that other chubby men and women slid down, landing with joyful shrieks in piles of fluffy white clouds. And nice definitely didn't fit the mountains of gold and silver coins that a few of the men and women were tossing up and letting hit them in the head. It's everything your heart desires, the man told them. We have chocolate rivers, the dirt is made out of cookie crumbs, and it rains gumdrops. I hope you learned your lesson at the witch's house, May whispered to Jack. I really hope I didn't, he whispered back absently. Philip, have you ever heard of the land of never? I have not, Philip said, watching with disgust as a 400-pound man jogged by, chasing what looked like to be a swarm of cakes with tiny wings flying just out of his reach. The jogging, unfortunately, was causing tiny earthquakes of fat to ripple all around the man's overweight body. Me either, Jack said, and I really don't like not knowing what I'm getting into. There's a fountain in the middle of town that shoots toys into the air, not water, the man said, skipping forward in front of them, clearly not listening to their conversation. Our beds tell us stories as we fall asleep, and that's only if you want to sleep. The sun never sets in the land of never if we don't want it to. Kind of like summer in the Arctic, May suggested. The man crinkled his nose. You're weird. You're weird, she shouted. Shut up, he told her, his fist balled up at his sides. Don't make fun of me. Then don't come at me with all that stupid, she yelled back. The man fumed, apparently trying to think of something to say in return, but finally just smiled. Oh well, he said. It's hard to stay angry in the land of never. And you know the best part? The ill-fitting clothing, May asked. You never get any older, the man said proudly. You never grow up. We're all kids when we got here, and that was years and years ago, like 30 or 40. But we've never aged a day. The man dropped a hand into the chocolate river and pulled it out, sucking it on his fingers, as Jack slowly backed away from him, grabbing May and Philip as he went. Jack said. Everyone else sees a chubby older guy in his 40s, right? You forgot insane in that description, May said. Perhaps we should not remain here long, Philip suggested, his hand resting on his sword. If these people truly believe they are children, there may be some kind of magic at work. Want some? The man asked, holding up a hand covered in chocolate. I'm going to go with never, May said. So, the piper that brought you all here? Yep, the man said. He saved us from having to grow up into mean old adults. Adults have responsibilities, he said, like paying their debts. Here, there's no responsibility at all. That's a big word for such a little kid, Jack told him. I'm pretty smart, the man confided. I can see that, Jack said, winking at the man. And someone as smart as you probably knows all the ways in and out of the land of Never, doesn't he? Of course, the man said, beaming. I like to be the gatekeeper and let anyone in who knocks. Do a lot of people knock, may I ask him? You're the first, he told her proudly, and I was there waiting. That's just the most amazing story we've ever heard, May told him. You're the bestest. But we can't stay. Where's another one of those doors, preferably one that opens in the direction that we were going? The eastern coast, Philip told him. That's where the pirates are from, the man said. Pirates? Jack asked. There aren't any pirates, not anymore. Not since the mermen started terrorizing the oceans. Of course there are pirates, stupid, the old man told him, shaking his head as if he was somehow irritated Jack more and more with every word. We fight them sometimes whenever we're feeling adventurous. There's never any end to the things to do in the land of Never. That's just a super fun story, May said. Now, where's the way out again? Way out? The man looked confused. No, the gates only come in. Once you enter the land of Never, you can never leave. And that's the end of chapter 7. I'll see you guys next time.